Hello, welcome to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all of the places you can find me should be linked in the description box below this video. Welcome to a Yarn and Yarns extra video. I'm going to do a bit of journaling / planner chat today. Back towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, I popped up quite a few videos about me working in Creative Journal and starting a new journal planner for the year, which is something quite new for me. And it's been a while since I've done one of those videos, so this is what this video will be about. So if you're mostly interested in the fibre arts content, then I completely understand, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. But I know there are a few of you out there who are interested in journaling and what I've been up to in my particular attempts at journaling. So yeah, time for a catch up. So I think I'm actually going to record two parts to this video. So I think I'm just going to take you through working on like 1 week in my diary, journal, planner. I never know quite what to call it. It's not really a planner in the same sense that it was to me at the start of the year. It is more of a journal now. But that's one of the things that I love about working in this Muji book. It's called the Monthly Weekly Notebook, but it has been super flexible in terms of the layout and what you can do with it. So yeah, I think for this video I'm just going to take you through what my weekly pages look like at the moment, and then I also have in my head that I want to catch up because there are a few blank pages, blank spaces in this journal, and I want to go back and catch up. So I might do a catch up video and just a this is my week in my journal video, if that even makes sense. Hopefully it will as we go along. And I've already completed my setup for this week before I decided to start this video, which wasn't great planning. Maybe I need to turn this back into a planner. But I thought I'd just show you how the week progresses. So I'm going to switch you around and show you what my page looks like. I'm also going to chat to you a little bit about how the methods that I used to work in this journal have changed over the last few months. A quick aside first, I just thought I'd show you what my desk looks like, so what my setup is like when I am about to work in my journal. My tripod's there because obviously I'm filming, but in front of me I obviously have the journal itself, and I have a box of journaling inspirations. So there's some stickers, there's some paper. Some of these have been sent to me by lovely friends and viewers of the YouTube channel, which I am extremely grateful for. But yeah, this is just a huge box of inspiration that I use to kind of rifle through and help me decorate my pages. I've got my pot of various gel pens and some scissors in there. In front I've got a pile of post-it notes that I found recently, and I've been really enjoying these for sort of scribbling quick notes on things that I want to remember but don't necessarily want to put permanently anywhere at this point in time. I've got a pot of rubber stamping stuff, and also a tower of washi tapes and a glue dispenser thing, double-sided glue tape there. And these are basically the supplies that I use for my journaling. And just as another quick aside, I will get to the point. For anyone who's wondering about my creative journal, I literally have not, so I started a big creative journal at the end of last year, and the last time I posted a video here I was going to try and catch up, but I have not done that. So I am going to accept the fact that that catch up is not going to happen. The last time I worked in that was sort of back in December, beginning of January, so we're now 8 months into the year, so I'm going to accept that that project has been put to bed for now. I may come back and work in that particular book at some point in the future, but I'm not going to spend time catching up with the months that I've missed. It's just not practical, and I don't feel drawn to do that at the moment, so I'm not going to put any kind of pressure on myself to do things that I really don't want to do. Okay, so here we are. This is my Muji journal, and I've got bits and pieces sort of stuck in, tucked in, but I have been using this all year, which in itself is quite an accomplishment for me because I wasn't sure if I would take to this at all. Back at the beginning of the year, I was using the weekly side of the pages. So if I just flick to a blank page, just to show in case you're sort of visiting these types of videos here on my channel for the first time. I wonder if I can get a slightly better angle. Not really. So there's basically a weekly side to the page, so every day has a kind of small slice of the page, and then on the second side of the spread is just a gridded square paper page. So back at the beginning of the year I was using my pages to keep a track of what happened on a day-to-day basis, and then on this side I was kind of using it almost as a bullet journal. I was tracking various things and then decorating any space that I had left over after I'd used my trackers. As we come sort of later into the journal, there are a few pages that were left blank because I just didn't really feel like doing anything. If I can find, there's one here where the shop closed, we went into lockdown, and I really didn't feel like doing anything, and I'm quite happy to keep that page blank. And then after that my sort of journaling became a bit more sporadic, so I filled out some things, but then there starts to be quite a lot of blank spaces, and this is what my second video will be about. So I'm going to go back and just put in some decoration to cover up some of these blank pages, but also to decorate some pages that are pretty blank. I don't want these entirely blank pages in the middle of the journal now that I'm back into journaling. I've also started reading a lot more, particularly audiobooks. Started printing out the covers of the books that I'd read, and I've really messily stuck these in with washi tape, and I hate how it looks. So I'm going to go back and fix all that as well. So that will be the second part of this little journaling mini series that will come in the coming weeks. But today's video is all about my weekly spread for this week. So I'm following a similar setup as I have always done through this book. So I basically just decorate the page with a particular colour of washi tape, just so that I'm not working in a completely blank page to start with, and usually the washi tape kind of sets a colour theme for the week, so I try and broadly stick to that colour theme, but I'm not super precious about that. And I tend, at the top of the page there's kind of like a gridded 2-month kind of date thing, where it shows you, you know, what's been and what's coming, and I just have no use for that, so I tend to do something or other at the top of each page to cover that up. And I also always write in the actual month, because the one thing that I don't like about this is the months and are just written as numbers, which yeah, just kind of throws me when I'm quickly flicking through something. I want it to be obvious what month we're in. So far this week, as I say, I've just gridded off my weekly spread, and I've decorated the top. So I've used some letters just to put August up there. I'm also keeping track. My bricks and mortar yarn shop is closing, and we've got 2 weeks until the shop closes. That also means 4 weeks till my lease ends. I have to clear everything out, so that's just kind of keeping track of things for me. And then I've got just a bit of decoration. That sticker just says someday, and it had some red in, so it kind of fits with my colour theme. And that was from some new supplies that my lovely friend Jeanette recently sent me. So today's Tuesday. I don't know, did I say it was Monday at the start of the video? I might have done. It's Tuesday, ignore me. So I've taken to, ever so often in the last few weeks, if there's a day that goes by where nothing particular of note happens, i.e. I've got no kind of particular thoughts or feelings or events that I really want to write about in the sort of daily slice of the page, I've taken to just using some block lettering to write out a list of the basics that happened that day, and I quite like how that looks and how that breaks up the page a little bit. So that's what I did for yesterday. It was quite a busy day yesterday, but there was nothing like particularly of note that I wanted to write about. So I've just decorated my Monday slice of the page. Beach walk, work, workout, podcast, editing, read, knit, and it was the full moon yesterday, and over the weekend and yesterday the moon was looking fantastic in the sky. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of make a note of that. I don't usually really track the moon cycle, but getting into bed at night and reading and looking out the window and seeing the moon was just bringing me a little bit of joy over the last few days, so I just kind of wanted a nod to that. And then I have written a couple of things underneath these. While I was at the beach, I read a chapter of The Deep, which is a book that I'm reading at the moment, and then I also made a note that I finished Conjure Women, which is a audio book that I've been listening to. So yeah, that's as far as I've got with that side of the page. On this side of the page, I have decided to do something a little bit different. I got this beautiful card in a swap package with Mairead, and Mairead sent me some sewing patterns, which I chatted about on this week's vlog, and I really want to use that as a decoration in the journal. I just think that looks beautiful against the kind of red washi tape. So I want my spread to basically look like that when you first look at it, but I need space to add some other things. I finished my audiobook that I was listening to, and I'm trying to keep track of the books that I've listened to or read. And because I'm reading a bit more, I want to, this space is blank, I need to go back and fill it out, but I want to get a little bit more detailed about the notes that I'm keeping about the books. So I want to keep a note of like the main characters, the main plot points, because there's only so much room in my brain to keep information, and my brain is really full of work stuff at the moment. And even though my newly reinvigorated love of reading has happened just in the last couple of months, I'm reading at such a pace that even the books that I've thoroughly enjoyed, if I've read them kind of 2 months ago, some of the details are starting to slip out of my memory. So I want to just make sure I'm keeping a bit more track of the books that I've read, so that I can go back and see at a glance what they were about. So I'm going to make like a little kind of hidden page here, which, as I say, is the first time I'm trying this. So I am going to stick this down with washi tape so that it kind of lifts up. So all I did to prepare for that was draw round this card. So you can see the pencil mark hopefully on the page. And I've stuck in a picture of the cover of the book that I finished, and I am now just about to write my sort of little notes about characters and plot points, etc, etc. I also started a second audiobook last night, 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes, but I didn't really get on with the author's style of writing, of narrating. It's an author narrated book, and although I'm completely interested in this story, I think I need to read a physical book or an ebook. So I'd already printed out this cover. I tend to print out a bunch of the sort of pictures of the covers of the books that I know I'm going to be reading soon, keeping them sort of tucked in. So I didn't want this to go to waste, and I didn't want to overlooked the fact that I started this book, didn't enjoy it, but that I want to go back to it. So I think I just, over the top of this, I wrote with my white gel pen, DNF, did not finish, started this audiobook but didn't enjoy the narration style. So I think I'm going to have a flip up in a flip up, because I've got quite a lot to say about Conjure Women, and the picture that I printed of 1,000 ships is quite big. So I'm going to do this as a flip up as well. So I've just drawn around that so I know where I'm going to stick this. All makes sense so far? So I'm going to put on a time lapse as I try to finish this side of the page. It's very rare that I finish this side of the page so early in the week, because I don't know what's going to happen. There might be some other things that I'd like a visual kind of reference to, but in this case I'm just really enamoured by the idea of keeping it really simple, and I think my thoughts about Conjure Women are going to pretty much fill up the space that's underneath this flip up. So to note or to say this week, it's just going to have to fit in the daily slices on this side of the page. So there we go, I have finished more or less this page. Whether it will end up with extra decorations around the bottom, I've got quite a wide space here, I don't know. That might be just something that I see if anything sort of crops up that takes my fancy, or if I find anything in my kind of stash of inspiration that I think might go down here later on in the week, or maybe there'll just be something else later on in the week that I want to fill up that space. But the flip card seems to have worked quite well, so I've just stuck it down with washi tape. This washi tape isn't particularly sticky, so I added a bit of extra glue onto the back of the washi tape just to make sure that it's going to hold the cards down, and I did the flip up with the book that I didn't finish as well. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how that's turned out as a experiment, and I shall bring you back later on in the week and we'll see how the rest of the page ended up taking shape. Hey, it's Sunday morning and I am just about to finish up a bit of journaling for the week, so I have just one day left to fill in on my weekly spread, and I'm about to set up the pages for next week. So as I missed that out at the beginning of the video, it's fairly simple. I just use washi tape, but I thought I'd do a quick time lapse of that to add in, and then there'll be one more clip at the end which will just show my finished page for this week. I'll complete my journaling for Sunday probably tomorrow morning, so I'll give you a shot of the final page at the end of the video just to wrap things up. So this is what we are looking like so far. I've added a few bits and pieces of decoration throughout the week, just a little sticker which says make me happy, and I stamped in my happy mail stamp because I received a couple of parcels this week, and then yeah, just my waffle for what's happened this week. I'm still contemplating whether to put some decoration down here. I might end up just putting a strip of the polka dot washi tape just to finish it. I somehow feel like that looks a little bit blank, but I'm about to start doing the setup for my next week's page, which will involve me rummaging through my box of wonders. For this next week, I usually don't do things this way round, but I think I'm going to pick some sort of purple or pinky washi tape, because I'm pretty sure in the next couple of days I'll be finishing the Amber Spyglass. In fact, I have to, because my library reservation for that audiobook is due back this week, so I'm going to kind of use this as a bit of an inspiration for my theme in the coming week. So yeah, I'm going to start putting that together right now. Okay, I'm just going to quickly take you through my setup for this coming week. I feel like this is going to be quite a long video, so I hope you don't mind. But yeah, basically I've just gridded out my weekly side of the page with my washi tape, and I've added a few stickers here and there. I went through my collection, you might have seen that in the time lapse. I've just put some block lettering at the top to remind me that it's August, and then I found this really nice purple sticker in a set that was gifted to me by Jeanette, which says reminder, and it was very matchy to the colour scheme. So I've just put final week that the shop is open to customers in that box there, and there's an exclamation mark sticker which I thought was kind of apt. I've got a work appointment in on Monday afternoon, so I've just made a note of that. And then I also found in the same sticker set as this, there was a sticker that says workout, and I'm trying to do 3 weekly kettlebell workouts, so thought I'd stick one in the middle of the week there just to kind of give myself a bit of motivation. And then I found another one that said it's the weekend, so stuck that there. And then in some stickers from Simone, who we did well, it ended up being a little exchange in the end. I sent her some things and she sent me some lovely journal planner supplies. There was a little sticker that said work, and I thought that seemed appropriate as that's going to be the last day that the shop is open to the customers. And then I've also just kept out a couple of bits and pieces for potential decoration for this side of the page. This was also a die cut that was sent to me by Simone, and I really like that, and I feel like it looks kind of cute, like holding this book cover, but it does take up quite a lot of space, and I think this is going to be another book that I've got a lot to say about, so I'm not sure whether that will actually end up being a thing. And I also found a couple of these beautiful tags that were sent to me by Julie, so thank you Julie, that kind of fit with the colour scheme. And this is obviously a knitting theme one, and I'm hopeful that I might get a project or two finished in this coming week, so I thought maybe that might be like a cute way to kind of keep track of what I've been working on somewhere. I don't think if I end up using this die cut, although this tag is beautiful, I don't think there'll be room on this particular page, but I'm going to for this one, but I'm going to keep that out anyway. And I've also got these really cute little post-it tabs with sheep on, so if this tag ends up being too big, then these sheepy tags might make a nice decoration to keep track of my creative projects. So they're kind of ideas that are floating around in my head for the page for the coming week. On the previous page I did end up putting just a piece of washi tape across the bottom. I couldn't find anything else that I thought fitted in, and that kind of wraps up this video really. There'll be one shot hopefully of the final completed page. I've got today's to fill in, but I shall do that tomorrow, and I shall leave you with what the spread looks like as a final finished piece. So much for watching. As I say, I feel like this is going to be quite a long one, so I hope you don't mind. Until we get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now.